So this thing that is always there, is that there like with the body since birth and then ends at death?
No, it's always there, but it just takes on different objects to look through.
So it's not unique to me.
No, there isn't a you.
Ah, but there is a me, because I move my hand, and this glass isn't moving off my brain, apart from I lifted it up, but ignore that.
Okay, well, how do you move your hand? How does this you move your hand?
I don't know how, but I know that this glass doesn't move very much.
Well, yeah, that's that's correct. Like when the thoughts arise, move the glass doesn't move, but the hand does. But who's producing the thoughts and the movement of the hand? Because normally we think we're the thoughts that say, move the hand. But who's producing the thought? Who's the producer? That's an experience. Move the hand. That's happening in the experience. So who's experiencing that? It's a trick. It's a very well played trick.
So what makes that a trick? Because it seems quite normal.
Normal, because the whole of humanity is hypnotized by it. But the trick is that we think we're something in appearance. So we think we're that thought that says, move the hand, get up, eat the cereal. I like shredded wheat. But that's an experience happening in this. It's not the experiencer.
So I'm not an appearance.
You are not an appearance, yet you are all appearances simultaneously. But you think you are one appearance inside that body. That's separate. That's separation. That's divide. This isn't a separate reality.
So the appearance that I am separate.
It's like, have you tried on Google goggles yet?
No, but I've heard about them.
Okay, they're really fun actually if you get some. But it's like putting on Google goggles and you looking through someone like Dolly Parton's eyes. So say you're looking through Dolly Parton's eyes when you put on Google goggles and you're having this experience. Oh, you don't know who Dolly Parton is?
I was looking it up. Okay, yeah. Got it.
She's a country singer.
Yeah.
So you're looking through her eyes, and then there's another program in which starts producing her thoughts, feelings, and sensations. So you start having the thoughts, feelings, and sensations of Dolly Parton, and then suddenly the experience is you are Dolly Parton. This is what these bodies are like.
But surely the composite of, the feeling that I am separate and appearances are also there is a feeling of, self. Like that is a legitimate. I just don't see how that isn't legitimate as a thought to have.
Well,
you're saying it's illusion.
It's illusion, and it's a practical thought. And Lisa still has to have self-awareness in order to function. So there still needs to be that functioning. But is that who's experiencing the world, or is that an experience? It's like I'm talking to the person that has the Google goggles on. But who is that person? And you keep saying, no, you're talking to Dolly. I'm Dolly. And I'm like, no, Dolly's your goggles. She's an experience. And you're like, no. Look, when Dolly thinks move her hand, the hand moves. See? And I'm like, that's just a thought. That's a sensation. That's not the truth of it. And you're like, no, that feels pretty real. I'm like, yeah, it's meant to. But Dolly is an experience. She doesn't actually hear anything in the reality. She's like an experience happening in the reality. So she doesn't hear the other people in the Google Goggles dream. She's an experience also happening in Google Goggles. You put on the Google Goggles and it's a recorded thing of Dolly walking along and Dolly's feelings and Dolly's emotions. It's a recorded experience. But she's not actually looking. She's not actually hearing. She's not actually speaking. It just seems that way. So who is?
Are you saying the thing wearing the Google goggles isn't the
Dolly.
thing
Yeah.
at all?
Well, it is, because actually in this reality, that thing which is wearing the Google goggles is actually all appearances. Like if you dream at night, you are looking through a body, but you are actually the whole entire dream. This is when I keep saying the brain and the world are the same thing. But yes, that body's meant to have self-awareness, and yes, that body's meant to act as if it's independent. It's meant to feel a chair and be able to pick up the glass, but it's not the experiencer of this. It's an experience. And when that begins to really be seen, then it's seen the completion of all of this. That who you are, completion is everything. Who you are is actually all appearances. And there's no divide between you and all appearances. It's all one energy expressing itself. And it's an energetic movement that happens.
Where does that energetic movement happen?
Well, what happens when there's an illusion is that you feel like you're something in here. And when that collapses, then that sense of feeling in there disappears, and there is everything being experienced seemingly through that body, but there's no longer that divide anymore. Everything is the same source. Everything is itself looking at itself.
So the eyes are the eyes looking at themselves.
Yes. Everything you look at is the looker. Everything you hear is the hearer. Is it? Everything. Everything that's experienced is that one with the Google goggles on. But it's the most craziest of tales. I can tell why non-duality is not very popular, because you're pointing out within the dream, seemingly, like you're talking within the dream to somebody that believes they're moving in time, that who they actually are is the whole entire dream. And that person they thought they were is also the dream. I mean, that's pretty crazy, far out there idea.